Experience Never Seen the World, the Fallen Electric's debut album, featuring the title track, Never Seen the World. Go to thefallenelectric.com for all news, show dates, and contact information.
Think twice, know that I have never seen the world. I've never seen the world.
From Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foos Show!
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Josie.
And I'm Josh.
And thank you all very much for listening to the Foos Show. Thank you for downloading the pod on most major podcast apps, subscribing, and telling a friend like a champ. You can always reach us at Foos Bar Show. That's FWBarshow.com. And FWO Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll fill it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, Foo?
Si, paisa.
Yes. On tap today, we have some of the boys here from Vator.
What's up,
Say hi,
guys?
Hello. Hello. And,
Hello, Foos.
And we also have the Foo.
Boobity doobity.
Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming down. We have Erik and Sam.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
So you guys are coming in from LA. Was this like a day off for you guys? What were you up to today?
It's a Sunday fun day.
We're in purgatory is where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday fun day, exactly. This is kind of chill because we're in the middle of a lot of different shit. We got a tour coming up. We got a record that's in the middle of getting mixed.
A lot of exciting things happening with you guys, and as soon as I caught wind of you guys, communicating in regards to getting you on the show, I started just checking out all your tracks, and man, I'm just blasting that in the car on the way to work.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
That's what it's for.
Awesome, awesome
That's
stuff.
the goal.
It's good.
Everyone should do that.
It's good high-octane rock and roll, man.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
It's
High
good
energy.
stuff. Yeah, absolutely. So you guys have been around for a handful of years. I understand there's been a few iterations of the band, perhaps even with different members, or how you guys came to know each other at a certain point. Can you kind of, not making this an hour-long explanation, but just kind of give us a brief rundown of like how long you guys been
I tried
together?
to get Sam in the band right from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
I'd known Sam from playing shows with his other band, Legal Tender. That he was
Oh,
still
okay.
in at the time.
Uh-huh.
And he was already committed to Legal Tender and playing out. So we went through and found another bass player that did not work out. And that turned out to be the greatest thing ever because Sam was available.
Yeah, that was like literally a year before I ended up actually joining the band. Ran into Erik at the Viper room, and he was like, "Hey, I need a bass player," and I was like, "Sorry, I'm busy." And then
I'd seen
that
him a
band
couple
stopped
times.
doing stuff. They needed a bass player.
Mm-hmm.
Went and saw him play one time, and I was like, "Let's fucking do this." And then
all the
we're here,
forces,
man,
forces were pointing towards it because our producer at the time, Ulrich Wild, had brought up Sam's name as well.
Okay.
And I was like, but I
yeah,
asked him before, and he's busy. He's like, things change. like there's multiple forces making this happen, and Sam came out. We had to do a show without our bass player, who just like up and left. And we were
Just
gonna,
like that, he ghosted you guys?
He pretty much ghosted. He couldn't play out of town, and we were offered a great show out of
You don't
town.
want to play
and he
San
quit.
Diego on a Wednesday? Why not?
Yeah.
I want to go to San Diego on a Wednesday. Are you kidding?
He wasn't a lifer. He wasn't cut out for this. So
got you.
I was pissed at him. I
Civilian.
was surprised. I'm like, you're really going to leave the band? But it worked out for the best. Sam came out. I was playing bass. I moved over from guitar to bass to do the show. Was at Skinny's. Stripped down different version of the band, and Sam came out, checked it out. I go, there's that guy. Who's that guy? That's Sam. He's here. Oh, he really showed up.
Kid,
Wow.
dude. Not even
This
guy. No way.
It really was. It was like Metallica.
I appreciate it.
Metallica auditioning bass players. He's here, man. He actually showed up. No, seriously. Better play good, okay? Do a good job. Make sure you don't fuck up. That's how we met. Then like a week later,
Serendipitous.
Very.
bippity boppity boo. A week later, he played the Viper Room with us.
Oh,
So,
dope. Awesome.
Happens quick, man. It happens quick.
It was Kismet.
Nice.
Well, cool stuff, man. I've been listening to your stuff off of the Dehumanized album, which we'll hear on in the music segment. I had the fellas pick a few songs from that EP. It's a 5-song EP that I've been checking out. You guys also put out a single, Put Away Wet, recently.
Right. Yeah, man.
That one's a cool one. That one came out last year, if I'm
it
not
came
mistaken,
out right before our last tour, the fall of winter.
Okay.
So right around Thanksgiving.
And like you were saying, you have some exciting stuff coming up. So like you guys are even going over to the East Coast, I understand.
We got a month that we're getting out of Dodge for, man. Yeah, the Skeleton Crew Spring Tour. We're starting in Vegas on the 21st. Mm-hmm. And then we'll go all the way across the country through Denver, which we've never played. Some dates in Ohio, which we've never played. Back to Detroit. That's Eric's hometown. Detroit's always rad to us. And then New York, Rhode Island, fucking Connecticut, Boston, Massachusetts and shit.
Yeah.
We're Nashville, Memphis. We're getting around, dude. It's gonna be sick.
So
Yeah, the original colonial states.
Right.
That's the goal. And then we loop it
New
in,
England and shit,
fill
man.
it
Yeah.
And you just do the whole Manifest Destiny back west, right?
in. It's a long. Then come back.
Everybody's got to hear it, man. It is Manifest Destiny. Everybody needs to hear this motherfucking music. That is
Manifest
it.
Destiny.
You need to see us live. You need to see it.
That is what it's about.
It just proves that rock and roll is alive and well.
Oh, hell yeah.
When I listen to
It's
bands
alive.
like you guys, dude.
It's kind of like
where the lifers at. That's what it is. Where
right.
the lifers at. No more civilian shit, man. We're in this, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
I'm a little tight about it.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. We're all on the same team, Sam. Easy.
so aside from all the streaming platforms, where can everybody find you in regards to online, social media, all that good stuff?
Void Vator everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
all the usual
It's all just
suspects. We
Void
got it all
Vator.
covered. You know what's funny is the
all
one
just
thing
Void
that we
Vator.
have to get together is the actual website. Because does anybody actually go to the real websites anymore?
I think it's just a formality at this point.
It
Yeah,
is.
pretty
That's what I'm
much.
saying.
You
Like,
got to own the domain name and
yeah.
then have that go to your Bandcamp or your Big Cartel store
Right.
or your EPK, some shit like that.
So
You
everything
gotta own
else is up to
voidvator.com,
date.
which we
But
do.
we're working on the .com right now.
It's pretty much a conglomerate of everything else that you kind of have going on.
Voidvator.fuck,
all roads
that's what I
lead
want.
here kind of thing.
FUK or FUQ.
Nice. What about FOO? That's what it should be. Voidvator.foo. That'd be sick. Hey, yeah, you know. The whole food.
The food's over there like, thanks, guys.
I like
Means a
your
lot.
style.
Much appreciated.
So I understand that you guys are working on something new that you're going to release by mid-March. Cool group of songs, an album. What are we talking here?
6 songs EP.
Okay.
It's entitled Stranded. This is kind of the first time we're talking about it, so it's cool to be talking about
yeah,
it.
nice.
Well, it's finally almost done here. We're working with Bill Matoyer. Bill worked on a lot of the original Metal Blade recordings, including Slayer and DRI. Those are some big names.
Bill's a badass.
And like the stuff he's worked on
Slime
recently.
and Punishment by Municipal Waste.
Municipal
the
Waste
latest
and Body
record,
Count are some of his more
That Body Count
contemporary
production's huge, dude.
bands that he's done. Yeah, he's been a fan and friend of the band.
Bill's a
friend of
badass.
ours. Yeah, so it's the recording's done. It's being mixed as we speak right now.
Lucas and Bill are probably
Lucas and
together
Bill are
right
working
now,
on
actually,
it.
yeah.
And we're going to release it right before the tour. 6 songs
Dope.
called Stranded, yeah.
Awesome. That is awesome.
And
Can't
we
wait for
hope
that.
to release it on vinyl.
Ooh.
Yeah, it takes some time. You know, we're gonna press it on CD and bring it out on the road with us.
The art's just that sick, though. That's why we want to press it
On vinyl?
Yeah,
Oh
fuck
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Front and
I
back
would-
art are badass.
I would
Oh,
like to
man.
have one of those if it comes out
Get you
on
hooked up.
vinyl. for
Visual
sure.
Decay, Bromaster, that's who did the art for it. Shout out to Visual Decay. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we
nice.
just wrapped up the front and back cover. Now we have to put it together. So all these things have steps.
Uh-huh.
And it's a big checklist, but it should be in our hands by March 21st. Once again, it's called Stranded. And the best way to listen to us if you haven't heard of us would be Spotify or YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the simplest. And just type in Void Vader. And it was funny, I was talking to somebody about it. It's not Vader like Darth Vader.
Right. And
It's Vader like...
And if you're texting, when I was texting you, it autocorrected to Vader.
Yeah.
And then I felt like a dick. I'm like, no, that's not what I meant. But it was
Get
too
it
late.
together,
When I-
Apple.
of all the arrogant, a major world war, I wouldn't be surprised if that would start from autocorrect. It's a danger to society.
It is. Truly is.
Yeah.
Lives have
I
been
believe
lost.
There have been thousands of miscommunications everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just-
Autocorrect deaths now.
people have been killed because of autocorrect. Well, this is just a misunderstanding.
Friendly fire.
Friendly fire.
Friendly fire. Well, we'll talk about other things in regards to the band, your influences, a little bit later
Yeah,
on in
let's
the
do
music
that.
segment, but we're going to go right into the nerd news. What do you think about that?
I guess.
So again, guys, during
Yeah.
nerd news, feel free and just, chew it up.
Just chew it up. Just shit it up, man. So, for you listeners out there, welcome to Nerd News, where we talk about all the nerds happenings, especially in movies and television. So recently, I've been talking these guys' ears off about this whole Batman controversy and who's going to be the new Batman. And so, it'd be funny to hear that one particular name is trying to throw his hat into the ring. We've heard Jake Gyllenhaal, John Hamm, Robert Pattinson, even Armie Hammer. Well, what about Joey Lawrence?
I heard about this.
Whoa.
What's he from before that?
Blossom.
Yeah. And he had a solo music career, right?
He did. He even tried to have his own solo.
Shit, did he really?
Yeah.
Some cheeseball. We're talking New Kids on the Block style shit.
Yeah. It was like
Totally
in the
off
90s.
my radar.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you gotta check that out.
Batman's gotta have balls, man. Not that you don't, but you need a stud, dude.
Well, he's bald too. So
He's bald?
yeah,
Which
he
means
lost
they can
all
put
his
any
hair.
head of hair on
Bruce
him.
Wayne ain't
Yeah,
bald.
that's true.
Well,
That is
you
true.
said bald?
Oh, yeah.
You know who would be a bald dude that I would take? Would be Jason Statham is bald, but he's a badass no matter
Jason
what.
Statham
Yeah,
in
Jason-
Batman
yeah.
He would be great.
crazy.
You know what, though?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I've recently said that he would make a great Alfred, a young Alfred.
Oh,
Interesting, because
yes.
he has the accent.
He's got that
He's
British
got the accent. Alfred used to be a badass in the British military
Love
in his
it.
younger years.
Oh, where's the Alfred movie at?
That's what I'm
it's
saying,
coming.
dude.
It's
Where's
coming out.
The Alfred
It's-
movie.
yeah, and they're actually making
They're actually
a
making a
series.
Pennyworth
Turn all the
series.
offshoots.
Yeah, it's a
That's
good
badass.
series. Oh yeah, and that series follows Alfred like right after he retired from the SAS, and he has like a private security firm in London. But he goes
Sounds
up
like Archer a little bit.
a little bit,
Oh my
but
God.
he's supposed to go up again. Yeah.
We can only
Oh
hope.
man, that'd be amazing. Archer, but Pennyworth style.
Where's that crossover? dude?
Oh,
Where's that coming?
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
It's just John Benjamin at the end of the day. Yeah, we'll just cast this guy.
So this is what his comments were via his Instagram. He's like, it's time at DC Comics and at Warner Brothers Entertainment to take a chance. Go for something outside the box like Marvel did with casting Chris Pratt as Star-Lord for Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm ready to save Gotham. Batman, here I come, wrote Joey Lawrence on Instagram.
Oh,
And
so
then
he ain't even got the gig yet. He's just trying to.
He's trying to,
gonna
but
get at them.
he threw out.
Good for him though. That's sick.
He's having fans sign a petition, so over 180,000 followers
You
have
have to
already
let me be
signed.
Batman.
Yeah,
He's gotten 180,000 signatures for
yes,
real?
yes.
That's a lot of signatures.
That's a lot of
That's a big-
signatures.
Joey
Oh, yeah.
Lawrence, sign a petition for Void Vader, please.
I don't want to humiliate ourselves. It's just like Facebook. You do anything for your band and it gets like 4 likes. I'm impressed.
Nah, we're good,
180,000
dude. We do all right
signatures.
on
I
mine.
gotta say,
That's a bold choice though for him to just be like, please sign this and
All the-
please.
Because what's the worst they're gonna say? No. Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no
Go
kidding.
for it. Fuck it.
That's funny.
all the postings I put up in regards to the band versus like a puppy, the puppy gets all the likes.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
all the time.
It's just a fact
new
of life.
strategy. Every flyer comes with a puppy.
Comes with a.
Puppy or people? It's got to be something that they can see. That's an algorithm
well, you see,
thing
with people,
too.
not many people like other people. So puppies are a safe bet.
yeah.
These are universals.
Yes, puppies are. I mean, come on. You see a puppy, you just have to be like, oh, and play with the puppy. Just
Exactly.
Well, DC actually came out and they said that they debunked his request, and they said they're looking for someone in
got
their
him.
in their late 20s.
You got us all riled up for nothing,
I
Josh.
know.
Wait, in their late
I
20s?
build you up and then I bring you down.
They want someone in their late 20s?
Yeah, they want someone in their
that's
late
younger,
20s.
Isn't
Yeah.
all the other guys are in their 30s, right?
Correct. So, well, with the exception of the Flash actor, and they still
Oh,
haven't
I was just
revealed.
talking about Batman.
Oh yeah, every other one's been in their 30s, but Batman, his first start was supposed to be in his 20, when he's around like mid
Batman
to late
Begins
20s. Yeah.
Era.
Yeah, so that, I
right?
mean, Christian Bale played a 25-year-old Bruce Wayne.
Okay,
in
And
Batman
early because
Begins.
they was just starting out. Batman
Yeah.
Begins and all that.
Exactly, and this showed his origins. So they kind of want to go with, okay, he's been Batman for just a few years now, so his rogues gallery is there. Two-Face is there, Poison Ivy, Penguin.
All the favorites.
All of them.
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
that's
favorites
sick.
are alive and well. So they're going to be in this movie. So it's coming down
That was
to
like Michael Keaton Batman.
exactly. So this one's it's gonna come down to
Bobby De
late
Niro
20.
as the Penguin. Fuck yeah.
Dang.
Bobby
shit.
De Niro as the Penguin.
My fingers are stuck
Hey.
together.
It works. It works. So if Batman's supposed to come out June 25th, 2020.
Nice,
So just keep a lookout for that.
Exciting, man. Yeah, like a year and some change.
Yeah.
Let
And
the countdown commence.
let's hope DC fixes it because, they still got other movies coming out like The Flash. The Flash is actually still supposed to be coming out, and that's starring Ezra Miller. He talked about why why it's kind of been delayed.
Yeah.
And it also comes down to his being in that whole Fantastic Beasts series, which is I believe it's going to be a trilogy. So they have one more film
doing
that's coming
more
out.
of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're really expanding that Harry Potter universe.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that means Harry Potter pays more than Marvel then if he's making.
Well, he's in DC, so DC and
Or DC then,
so
my
Harry
bad.
Potter and the Flash are owned by Warner Brothers. So
Harry Potter's.
Harry Potter's
is that Warner Brothers too.
yeah,
It's probably just
exactly.
a
So he's
scheduling
just on
thing.
like retain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
literally.
It's just scheduling pretty much. So they're waiting for him to finish that because there
There's
was
some
no
lock over there.
yeah, there
They
was
just got
no
you by the
set
balls.
production
Fuck,
date
it's crazy.
for the Flash movie. So that's why they're like, all right, just go ahead and finish that series. Once you're done with that series, then we'll go ahead and start the Flash. Well, a lot of people have been wondering what they're gonna do. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Flash universe at all or his Flashpoint. Where
No,
he's
so
pretty
you didn't
much
talk about it,
so
yeah.
the Flash and all the speedsters in the DC multiverse, they can travel between different dimensions and to different universes. So they're the ones that connect all of the multiverse together, like with the Speed Force.
All the Flashes.
So he's saying pretty much, he's like, just as we all know how Barry Allen is, he's always late to everything, but when he's there, when he shows up, he fixes it all. Like
Yeah.
he still gets shit done. He's like, so don't worry, we may be a little late, but in good old Barry Allen fashion, he's like, we'll make it there.
Right on.
So he's a fan, obviously, but he's also saying that with how this movie's going to go, you're going to see all the multiverses. So you're going to connect from the Christopher Reeves Batman, Superman series to the Michael Keaton Batman years. Those are all going to be their own universes. So
No way.
Yeah, so
That's a trip.
that's how they're going to try and differentiate themselves from Marvel, by going deep in this whole DC multiverse.
Oh, that's smart.
And the one thing that I like about DC in comparison to Marvel is that Marvel is more geared towards that pop culture. Like everybody can relate to it. But
Yes.
DC goes really deep and it becomes literature at a certain point.
Very
it's
much
dark
so.
as fuck, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's dark. There's storylines behind them are
Fuck yeah.
deep and like humanizing, and at the same time dehumanizing, depending on
Hey.
the villains.
Yeah,
like
there we go. Dehumanize.
Yeah.
It's all coming full circle.
yeah, boom, wow. Like there's been storylines where like the villains pretty much just take over the entire universe and fuck up all of the superheroes. At one point, Batman's died a few times already.
I had a death in the family.
Yes.
This series with Robin being killed.
Yes, where they vote for Robin to be killed, mind you, because that Robin, Jason Todd, was not a very popular Robin. And I like if you have the you can probably purchase Death of the Family at pretty much anywhere where they sell comic books, because it's a pretty popular comic series. In the very back, they still have the pages of the voting page on the back of the comic,
damn,
where it's like
that's
vote,
wild.
keep Jason Todd alive, or Jason Todd's final demise. And so then they show you what the alternative page was going to be if you voted yes.
Oh, wow.
And it shows Batman holding him up, smiling, saying he's alive. But that's the only panel. And then obviously they show the real one. So they
Joker just beats the shit out of him
beats
with
the
a
shit out
crowbar.
of him, makes him think he can get out when in fact the whole place is locked and about to blow up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that whole comic series
Gnarly,
is
Fucked
dude.
up, dude.
Yeah.
Joker's one of those villains that's just.
I recommend everyone go watch the animated movie Under the Red Hood. That one's by far one of the best Batman animated series movies, and it tells you the entire story of Jason Todd, which a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that there's been multiple Robins. A lot of some people still think like, oh, Dick Grayson, right? That Dick, that's the Robin guy. I'm like, well, there's like 3 or 4 other ones that you got to remember. So
that are very good. The way DC's kind of pivoted the Robin series, because no two Robins are alike too in personality,
not at all,
in their skills,
not at all,
and how they can fuck you up pretty much.
Like Dick is a great strategist as well as acrobat, and he has the fighting style of Batman. He has the physique. So he's supposed to be the prodigal.
Is that who Joseph Gordon-Levitt was supposed to play?
Yeah,
okay.
He's supposed to be the prodigal son.
But his name wasn't Dick in that movie.
No,
I don't remember what his name was.
It was John.
Richard.
It was like it was John something. John Robin. John Robin something. Yeah, it was dumb. I didn't like how they did that.
So he wasn't technically even a character.
No, he was a new
Robins,
Robin. Yeah,
but he was more Dick-esque.
Yes, yes, very much, because Dick becomes a police officer, like in the Titan series. He's a detective. Yeah. He's a real dick. He's a real dick.
He's a private dick.
He's a private. He's a government dick. A government dick. Remember that?
They fuck harder.
Well, then you have Jason Todd, who was more brash and angry, and he was the one that used to beat villains. Very much loose cannon, willing to kill villains because he felt that was the only way you should deal with them.
Yeah, it's like the Punisher.
Yeah, exactly. He's the Punisher of the DC series, really. And if you really think about it, using guns and still willing to kill.
And the fact that he comes back and does exactly that with villains. He's the anti-hero now as the Red Hood.
Yes, very much. Yeah, he's a vigilante. He's a hardcore vigilante where even the Justice League are willing to take him down. But Batman just leaves him alone in the new comic series just because he knows Jason will still abide by the code. Yeah, he'll still use his guns.
He's still part of the Bat family.
He's still a part of the Bat family, even though Jason pretty much hates Batman. And then you have Tim Drake, who doesn't necessarily have the physical prowess of Dick or the brute strength of Jason, but he has the mind, the detective mind and detective skills that Batman has. And if anything, they're saying that he was the one that had the more detective mind and aptitude. Right. And then his son, who's just a bastard.
His son's a bastard.
Quite literally.
He's the other the other Batman. Robin.
Damien,
Wait, whose son?
Batman's son. Damian Wayne.
So you guys are bringing me back about 20 years.
I'm catching you up, man.
That's where I left off.
Crash course.
Robin died.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, I'm catching you up. Crash course real quick.
So Robin has a kid.
Yeah. Batman has a kid with Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter. She tricks him, drugs him, and then steals his DNA
sample. She Cosby'd him.
She Cosby'd him.
Steals his DNA.
I like to call it
his DNA
she
sample.
Huxtabled him.
She there you go. She Huxtabled
You've
him.
been Huxtabled, Stamp.
Well, then it turns out she even pops up out of nowhere saying, "You have a son. Here's your son," and he's just like, "What the fuck?" And so then he just takes him under his wing.
He's like, okay.
He's like, all right.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Because he was supposed to be raised to be the next Ra's al Ghul. So Batman's just like, nah. He's my son.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a Robin.
He'll be a good guy.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but he's a ninja just like Batman too, and he's like a kid. He's still in his teens.
Ninjas.
He's strong.
Yeah.
He's as strong as Batman, and he's just a kid. He could keep up with them.
He gives Batman a hard time whenever they butt heads.
Yeah, he steals the Batmobile all the time. It's fucking funny. It's dope. He even has super pets. He has he has a bat cow, a cow
cow.
he takes all these weird animals. Dude, it's fun. It's really weird. He just takes all these weird superpowered animals. Yeah, god damn you. Yeah, he just keeps all these weird animals and he names them after bat whatever. It's funny.
Bat cow.
But going back to the Flash, in the Flash movie, they're also I think they're gonna use that as a rewrite of the whole DC universe, as far as where they can have the new Batman and the new Superman.
So every single movie in regards to what you just said would be legitimate because it would have had it to exist in their own universe.
There's Flash doing the exact same thing that Flash does. That's crazy, dude.
And they may even honestly, I know they keep saying they're not going to cross over with the TV series or at least acknowledge them.
But now they could.
I think they could, and I think they will. I think this Flash...
Talking about the Goofy TV series?
No.
From the 50s, 60s? I'm looking at the photo right here, man.
I mean, they may. They could.
Batman 66 right there.
They
Where's
could.
Adam West at, dude?
They could.
Some fun TV.
They can even... they could have Burt Ward and Adam West come out of the grave.
Yeah, that's right.
They could just do that digital reimagining.
And then you bring in The Walking Dead and then AMC gets involved and it's all fucked up.
Well, moving on to other DC news. So I got some heartbreaking news for you there, Fuze. Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow are rumored to be ending after this upcoming Crisis on Infinite Earth series for the Flash.
Oh no!
Yes.
What the hell, dude?
Not Legends.
Legends, Foo. Legends. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with what Crisis on Infinite Earths is, Crisis on Infinite Earths in the DC universe is when pretty much all the multiverse is crumbling down and is about to be destroyed because of a creature called the Anti-Monitor. And so, spoiler alert for those of you who haven't read the comics or who want to watch it in this upcoming Flash TV series, the Flash dies, as well as Supergirl. Both of them sacrificed their lives in order to destroy this canon that was supposed to destroy all of the universes, and they sacrifice themselves and save the world. But then that's it; they're done. Like even I think Green Arrow dies, and like a couple other people die. So I think that's what's going to happen is that these guys are all going to die. We're going to get a new Flash in this TV series, as well as something new in
No more Grant Gustin?
Supergirl. It may be Wally finally comes back and becomes like the Flash. Like in the comics, that's what happens. Wally West, Kid Flash, takes over the mantle of the Flash, and he becomes the new Flash. Yeah, and it actually turns out that he's actually the most powerful Flash to ever exist. But he has like mental blocks because he doesn't want to be past his Uncle Barry, Barry Allen. So they may finally go to Wally West going forward, which would be dope. I wouldn't mind.
He's an enjoyable character too. He has a sense of humor just like Barry Allen did.
Exactly. If anything, he has more of a sense of humor because he's more of a clown. Like he jokes around a lot. So I would love to see that. What's your thought on that, Food?
Yeah, I will. The Flash to me has always been a nice comic relief whenever the Justice League gets together, especially like in the comic books and the animated series.
Animated series, Justice League Unlimited.
Fucking around with them.
Yeah.
I think he likes to pick on Batman too quite a bit because Batman's kind of a prude.
Exactly. Like between the Flash and Green Lantern, and they always have crossovers too. They both love to fuck with Batman. Like they love to just piss him off or try and get under his skin. Yeah, just troll him. Like it's great, but Batman always comes back on them and clowns them.
He's smarter than them.
Yeah, he's always like 3 steps ahead. Like with anything, even their jokes.
I always love the gratuitous. Camera goes to Batman's face and he just has like a small smirk.
Yeah. Especially
the one time you see him like laugh or smile.
Right, especially when he modes them. When he moded, when they get moded, it's just like he's just like
throwing it back. Dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Joe C over here is trying to bring it back. So
I'm trying to bring back.
I'm trying to help him out.
Are you? That's sick. I'm down with moded. I'm down with moded.
What do you know about moded?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The first one.
The
first one on board.
Hey, man.
Well, at least we got one. All it takes is one.
That's funny, dude.
Yes, sir.
Moded.
Remember that shit?
Yo,
Love it.
It's pretty much when
like
you
Ja Rule was cool as fuck.
Moded.
Way before like the Fire Festival and all that shit. Man. Classic Ja Rule.
Moded's when you've outsmarted somebody and they have no comeback.
Okay.
They've just gotten moded.
Have you guys seen those documentaries?
The Fire one, dude. It's crazy.
Which one did you watch on Hulu or Netflix?
I watched the one on Netflix. There's one on Hulu too.
There's one on Hulu too. The production's not as great, but
is the content a little better?
The content's a little better. Like the
more
research.
They did 2 documentaries on this fiasco.
Yes, this fiasco
was that
great.
bad.
Yeah, it was that bad. It's great.
It's
Great
legendary,
stuff.
dude. It'll go down in the books as like one of the worst festivals.
On the Hulu one, they actually have the guy, Billy McFarlane. He actually is interviewed by Hulu, like the actual directors and stuff on Hulu. Because the one on Netflix, it's actually produced by the F. Jerry guys, the guys that were behind the whole campaign to promote Fire Festival.
Yeah, so they're clearly biased.
So they're in-house already.
Yeah, so it's
was this the master plan? Just like the greatest documentary of all time?
I don't think it came. I think
it's going to get an Oscar tonight.
It's like Bob Ross. It's a happy little accident.
Very much so.
Nice, Scotty.
Well,
are birds.
for those of you listeners that are interested in watching something funny and just crazy that actually happened, go look at the Fire Festival documentaries on Hulu and on Netflix. I recommend watching the Netflix one and then the Hulu one, just because the Hulu one's more informative, where they did like more
I gotta
research.
check it out. I'll probably get faded and watch it tonight.
Yeah, and they really put it on the F Jerry guys that they're the ones that really fucked up too by even promoting it.
Yeah, well,
so that's why like it's good to watch both sides. But for Netflix, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Have you guys watched the series Black Mirror?
Yeah, some of it.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Have you heard
one
of
of
Have you heard of the movie Bandersnatch that came out? Did you guys watch that?
No, I
Or
haven't had a
involved?
chance to yet.
I highly recommend it. Me and the Foo over here, we just watched it last night. Oh my god, it is crazy.
Badass.
So what it is, Josie, you look a little confused over there. Too.
I'm not aware of this.
So it's
it sounds
an
interesting.
it's an
sick.
interactive movie. So
Oh, no shit.
how it is you pretty much it's like decision based. So at certain points in the movie, all of a sudden on the bottom of the screen, it'll give you two choices.
It'll give you 10 seconds to make
10
a
seconds
choice.
to make the choice.
And then
So
what if you don't get it within 10 seconds? What if you got it?
It'll
Default
just
to
go
one.
to, it'll just default
That's
to
your
one.
question.
It'll,
That's your
it'll
question.
default
Yeah,
to
yeah.
one. But if you pick one, all of a sudden, like once the time runs out, the next scene will be based off of that decision.
Yeah.
And so then from that point, it'll create a new set of series.
Damn, so that's
Yes,
how
scenes
many
going
different
forward.
possibilities of movie
So
are there?
many.
Let me give you one. One of the possibilities we went through is that we did acid with the guy and jumped off a building and we had to
Yeah,
restart.
you got to restart.
Does he use guy?
Yeah,
That's what they
because
say.
the guy you
Right.
do acid with like really makes the guy like question reality. So the whole point of this movie, like it starts off with a guy who's trying to create a video game based off a book called Bandersnatch. That's like a super adventure book that's supposed to have like multiple endings and like a huge decision tree. So
Choose your own adventure. They used to have
yeah.
those back in the 80s.
Those
yeah,
were
exactly,
sick,
and that's
dude.
where
I
this
love
comes
those
from.
books.
Like it starts off in the 80s, like I think in 84.
84.
Sure.
Yeah,
Great year.
So
Great year,
it
great
shows this guy
record,
trying
Van
to make
Halen,
this
fuck
video
yes.
game,
Yeah.
this computer video game, and then as he's doing this, he's starting to go insane because we're controlling how he makes these decisions, and he's starting to question
He becomes conscious of the decisions we're making.
that he's
And
being
eventually he's
controlled.
like, who's making these decisions?
Yo, straight up
And then, yo,
1984.
and then you can,
Big Brother
yeah,
shit.
it breaks the fourth wall, and then it asks you, like he'll ask, like,
He's
are
like,
you
who's
there?
who's watching?
Who's watching
Who are
me?
you? And then one of the choices is Netflix.
Yeah, and then when
It's
you
fucking
can
weird,
either say
yeah.
Netflix or it was like a weird decision tree, like just the little 2 bars and one line decision tree. So if you did the Netflix one, all of a sudden he's just like, what the fuck? I don't understand. And then you continue and you go on to explain that it's a 21st century streaming platform where we can want entertainment streaming platform. He's just like, I still don't fucking get it. He's like, what are you? And then you just stop saying something, and then his dad comes in. And his dad's like, are you okay? And the guy's like, well, you're not going to believe me. And he's just like, well, explain what's going on. And he's just like, well, I'm being controlled by someone from the future in the 21st century. And then the guy's like, do we need to go see the psychiatrist? He's like, yes, please. And then it gets crazier after that, because right after that,
The
he sees
psychiatrist is trying to disprove him.
disprove him logically, saying like, if you were on a TV series, wouldn't there be more action? And then she asked him, would you like there to be more action?
And then
boom, decision.
Oh God!
listen to this decision.
Yeah, so the decision options are
Oh,
yeah.
or bang or some shit.
No, it was yeah or fuck yeah. And so if you picked fuck yeah,
You guys bang.
Oh no! Hold on.
wants somebody to
yeah,
bang.
right. If you pick fuck yeah, all of a sudden the kid
you throw coffee in her face.
You throw tea in her face. She backs up. All of a sudden, she pulls out 2 batons, and you go into
literal-
a fucking
what?
full
Literal
fight
action.
scene. Yeah,
That's badass.
You go into a fight scene. Your dad comes in the room, and your dad chokes you and holds you up and chokes you.
Darth
you
Vader
could-
style.
Yeah, so you could either fucking karate chop your dad or kick him in the balls. And if you kick him in the balls,
Karate
like
chop
you
to your
kill him.
dad.
But you say you kill him by
kill your
you
dad.
kill your dad by kicking him in the
No,
balls.
no. Like he gets up and
That's
like
the only
he
way to
hits
take
him
down
over
a
the
dad.
head.
That's the only way. You gotta kick him in the
like,
nuts. Dads are
it's-
so strong.
This movie is insane. Like you definitely
It's a
do this
good-
with more than one person.
Really?
That's cool. It's a lot of
Yes,
fun.
you want to do
So
this.
it's very
with more,
interactive
Very
then.
interactive, and it's
no, that's what I'm gonna watch.
There's
fun.
one there's one decision though that's
Lulu, I love
super
you, but
scary,
this one.
where all of a sudden a demon pops up and like
all about it.
it's supposed to
Yeah.
kind of
Let's go
follow
occult.
with what. Yeah, it's supposed to follow with what happened with the original creator of the book. That because the creator had cut off his wife's head and went insane
God,
because
this just
of writing
gets
this book.
gnarlier, dude.
So this dude in perfect
Black
Black
Mirror
Mirror,
metal as fuck,
yeah,
hell
in perfect
yeah.
Black Mirror fashion.
You believe any of that shit?
Dude, you won't. You won't. Well, Josie, I'm going to end it off with that. I recommend Bandersnatch for everyone.
All right,
At
Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch.
I thought it was a character off of like the Vagina monologues or something.
Yeah.
You right?
Mr.
Right?
Bandersnatch.
Well, it's like
Mr.
Bandersnatch, Bandersnatch.
Vadersnatch?
Nobody gets laid in it.
Two on those? I know, right?
No, nobody gets late. Well, let's move on over to the joint report, shall we?
Are you on weed? Give me some. I'll smoke you two under the table.
It's from the bone.
Well, a lot of my friends have been getting the flu lately. In fact, my drummer got the flu last night, and so we had to do an acoustic show at the show that we played last night.
Going acoustic.
Since we're all stoners in the Fallen Electric, or at least stoner adjacent, I found this article on Leafly.com. Good old Leafly.com never disappoints me with some pretty interesting articles. With this one called "Now You Can Fight the Flu with Cannabis."
Yeah.
So there's a few products out there, and the first being Atlas's Edibles Drink Mix.
Oh.
So it's kind of like a Theraflu, I think, and it comes like in a powdered form, but it's infused with CBD, THC.
Okay.
So it helps you chill a lot better, as opposed to having chemicals in there, like the other.
Like the other shit does.
Yeah, like the other shit does.
How much
All
THC
natural.
is in it?
Well, let's see. Just based out of what I see here, they have 10% CBD and 10
Milligrams?
milligrams of CBD, 5 milligrams of THC.
Oh, that's
So
actually
it's
not
more
bad.
it's more CBD dominant, where it wouldn't be so psychoactive, but it'll
You'll
chill
get a
you
little,
the fuck out.
yeah. You'll get a little high. You'll get a little high because there's still that.
No, for
5
sure. You
milligrams
just
of
gotta drink.
THC.
You
But
get faded drinking a couple of them.
yep.
So they made
That's nice, dude.
so they made 3 flavors for these kinds of drinks. They have pomegranate green tea, raspberry and hibiscus, and lemongrass and ginger.
Oh my god.
So if
Yeah,
you're not
where's
feeling
that?
well, yeah, they should have that.
dude.
Tamarindo or
Tamarindo.
chata.
Oh, dude, don't
Look
get
it
me
up,
started.
dude.
Don't get
Look
me
it up,
started.
Kearns.
For fuck's sake. When you're not feeling well, I'll add these to your daily rotations of teas while you're sick, and you'll start feeling a little better. It's packed with vitamin C, and the lemongrass helps relieve fever and cold. So on top of all that, it's gonna make you feel a little bit better while getting you just a little bit high. Another one is jade nectar tinctures.
Oh.
So lots of people have cannabis relief, but hate what they feel is the side effects of being high. So with a wide variety of no-high formulas, Jade Nectar has created cannabis tinctures that harness the power of raw acid in that form of
Raw
cannabis.
acid,
Holy
LSD.
shit.
So pretty much all
damn.
the active ingredients of cannabis. Instead of THC, it's THCA. Instead of CBD,
Oh,
it's
it's a whole other
CBD.
cannabinoid, right?
Yeah, it's a whole other strain of cannabinoid.
Yeah. So if you try these, if you're looking for relief from pain, nausea, insomnia, or lack of appetite without any accompanying euphoria. So it's just gonna really like chill you
Chill
out.
you the fuck out. Oh, damn.
Mom, if you're watching, that's all for you right there.
Boom.
There it is. You were looking
Shakalaka.
for it. There it is.
They also make daytime.
THCA.
They also make a daytime one where it wouldn't really kind of fuck you up, where you're not productive and you can still function.
Damn.
And then they
I
have
need to get on this.
They have
right.
honey pot THC infused honey, and we've talked about this before
Yes.
on the podcast.
Yes, we have.
Where a couple of years ago, and it happens to me pretty often because all I do is think about how do I improve certain ways of doing shit, and I figured, like, weed
Efficiency.
is a flower.
Yes.
Bees get their shit from flour.
Yes.
Would it not like just naturally infuse the honey if we just all they had to eat from was pretty much weed?
Yes, I would believe so. I would
And
definitely believe so.
and scientists tested that out, and that's exactly what happens.
Super bees.
The honey is just naturally infused with THC and CBD and all that good stuff. So
These bees don't even sting you. It's just, what's up, bro?
Hippie bees.
Hippie bees, yeah.
We gotta
too
remake
lazy
the
to
Bee
sting.
movie. We gotta get Ray Liotta stoned, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Ray Liotta, let's get baked.
yeah. Instead of doing a line like we've been seeing them for the past 20 years,
20
of
years,
cinema.
30 years.
Oh man, as far back as I can remember. Anyway, so they also have a cinnamon CBD spray. Foo, you've actually bought
yes.
that for
I've
us
had,
before.
I've had those sprays before. They're amazing.
They're
Just
like
take 2 little sprays on
It's
your
like a
tongue.
breath spray almost.
Yeah. pretty much.
It's like a banaka, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like an old school banaka.
It's like a banana.
They work
Exactly.
fantastically. fantastic.
spray like 2 or 3 and you're good. You're good for a few hours.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that good because
Yeah.
it goes, dude, it's like instant too. Like a few
Yeah,
times.
because
Yeah, it goes
straight
right
to your bloodstream.
Yeah.
Gums, yeah.
When we
Just
went to
like
the
gum and
beach, we
blood,
used to have to do
what
that. Yeah. Even wipe it up, you know, rub it on your
No
gums.
key needed.
Yeah, so those are a few amongst the variety of stuff that they're making so that you can treat yourself as opposed to buying all the other stuff that you would get from a regular Rite Aid or Walgreens, you know. I'm a big fan of Dayquil. I just like that kind of high. Nevertheless, I think this is a much better option in regards to health.
Yes, yes. For your liver and kidneys, please.
Yeah,
right.
What do you need those for?
We need to have a separate discussion after this podcast, Food.
Cool.
Liver
discussion. See what you have to say.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for the joint report today, everybody. Foo, you had something to add?
Yeah. Had a lot of stuff to add.
Oh, you cut him short.
It's
Wow.
okay. Hang on. Give me a second.
Thanks, man.
Anytime. This happens all the time.
Yeah. Some international weed news right now. Canada is trying to ban edibles that are like gummies and candied because a lot of their
because of kids and
a lot
shit
of their
like
youth
that.
are getting hands on them apparently. So they're
Man,
trying.
they don't look like.
Well, that's
I wanted to
own
see
thing.
what do you guys think is the best way then to have an edible? Because personally, I'm thinking now, fuck it, just make it a drink.
Or dicks and titties instead of bears.
What?
I mean,
Gummy bears?
yeah.
Gummy
If it's
Gummy
meant for
titties.
adults anyway, just put some titties on in a bag and you're good to
you
go.
got all these little ass kids just eating
So the kids
dicks
are
in
still
class.
yeah.
Just like,
What's that? It's a dick. What?
New medical
Welch's
marijuana
fruit
law.
You're asking for cow with
Now it's Welch's now with dicks. Get that extra
what's the best
tape
way?
flavor.
I don't know.
About
I mean,
beef
saying-
jerky.
It's not
Oh,
because
beef jerky.
they're
Either
not.
way.
Is it really because
Jerky,
it's
so-
shaped like peach rings and shit like that, or is it
You know
because
what?
it gets you baked? It's
You-
because it gets you baked.
You'd be surprised with how often it can be just mistaken.
Well, where
Sure.
in Canada is it available?
I
Is
can
it
see
right
a
next to
kid
like the
just
Take it from
Trollios?
me. People can
No. If people have it at home and let's say they dumbasses and leave it
Oh,
around,
there's been that
that's-
many.
Take it from me. Someone could accidentally eat a cupcake, right?
yeah.
Right,
So,
Oh, well, that's different.
so we're
That-
telling a
yeah.
story now?
No,
Yeah.
no.
So you're a shitty ass parent if you
Yeah,
let
no.
your
Let me
kid just-
tell.
Okay,
let me,
go
not-
let
not
me tell you
just
guys
a
a quick story. At our old house, we were getting the air conditioner replaced. We all were working, so I got my lovely grandma to come.
Good old
Maybe,
Nana.
just be there while they do everything.
to open the door to the repair guys.
She was. So we're like, all you have to do is be here, eat all our food if you want, no problem.
especially the week.
Yeah, we're like,
Well,
I see where this is going.
I was unaware that we had these such ingredients in our fridge.
There's a brownie in the fridge.
There's a brownie.
No,
in the
no,
fridge.
cupcake.
A cupcake that this guy got from Malibu.
All right. I want to go. I want to go hang out with my friends over by the beach, and they're just like, here, take this with you. I baked it the other day, and I was like, sweet, and I just left it in the fridge and forgot about it.
Nice little.
Did they tell you that there was butt in it though?
Oh yeah.
or
Oh,
no?
totally.
yeah, he knew. Yeah.
But they just wrapped it in like normal like
Saran wrap.
Tin foil
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Saran wrap, and it looked just like a normal muffin, a pink
So
top.
these
you know.
these guys leave and they're like, hey, your grandma was making coffee when we left. Cool. Business as usual.
Coffee and a cupcake, dude.
About 10 o'clock, I get a
Oh
phone call
my God.
saying, hey, is your grandma okay? We're like, what? Apparently, the construction workers said that, like, she said to call the paramedics. Because I guess they thought she was having a stroke or something. So
She was so faded.
they picked her up.
It was pretty
everyone was freaking out.
Oh my God.
I left work. I was like, what's going on? They're observing her now. My mom calls me and she's just like, so the doctor just scolded your grandma. And I was like, for what? Why did he scold her? And then she was like, what kind of edibles do you have at your house? And I was like, honestly, we don't have any. We only have like bud.
Yeah.
And she was
Yeah,
just
only
like,
flour.
she was like, well, the doctor said that like she has high THC levels in her blood now.
She's just faded as fuck.
And
she
then
flipped.
I was like, I swear there was nothing. Everyone,
because he was texting all of us.
Yeah,
at that
he's like,
time.
"Hey, guys."
He's like, guys, did you leave anything in the fridge? And I honestly forgot that I had put it in the
and
fridge.
he said no.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like,
well,
no, dude.
Yeah, he's like,
You
no.
kinda
Like,
got it.
yeah, like,
And I was like, dude, it was.
God.
I was like, it was
I didn't know
not
there
me
was
because
anything in
she's like a
So when
grandmother
did you
to me,
remember?
too.
Like later in the evening,
Later
like
in the
at
evening,
9
I was
o'clock
like,
at night.
Oh yeah, there's that
He's
one.
like,
Oh,
in fact, man, yeah, I do recall leaving a cupcake in there.
So my grandma is like tripping
Faded.
balls apparently
Straight.
throughout the night
House.
too. Next time I saw her, we have the Batman pictures up in our old house. She started tripping so hard and she didn't know. She said like some of the paintings started to move, like they're in the Batmobile, and like one
Kind
of
of like
the,
a shroom effect, even the way she described
like
it.
she well, it was unexpected, and she's 80-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
so
that
good
mixing
news
with
if
her
you're
medication
80.
too.
Yeah, she said she thought Batman was a demon, and she started having a bad trip.
Oh,
Crazy, dude.
taking it to that level, man.
Yeah.
That LSD
How-
trip.
And if it's homemade, it's heavy. dude.
Oh,
There's
you
no,
got- yeah, it's hard
easy.
to-
Sure it
That's
was.
like a Joey
Well, I'm
Diaz
sure
star
if it's your
death
friends,
probably.
it's heavy.
bro.
I'm sure you guys roll hard no matter what.
Yes.
Because your friends are always trying to compete and like, yeah, check this out, see what I got. And
And then on top of that, I
only drink the finest breast milks.
Classic sound bit. Are you kidding me?
Breast milk, you make my day.
Dylan.
Also, I wanted to bring up
Yeah,
from
man.
the 420 magazine, something I'm personally interested in.
do you subscribe?
I don't. I just follow them.
Okay.
I guess I subscribe then, right?
You couldn't be bothered.
Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?
Gotta
some
subscribe.
good news for me and for everyone actually. The price of a dab press with rosin press plates is now on sale from $3.99 to $2.29.
Oh my god.
To make your own
Dabs?
to make your own dabs.
Oh damn!
crazy.
Make your own wax.
Don't let grandma get into those, dude. That's
Yeah,
fucked up.
right. Grandma comes by. What's that, mijo? Don't touch.
So, Foo, maybe we should look into this a little more.
Well, I still have to plant all my plants that I want to plant in the planting area.
It's gonna look like a dab farm or freaking
dab
weed farm.
farm?
Oh
I
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, dab farm.
That's a
weed
good
farm.
name for a band.
Hell yeah.
Farm.
Tank
I love
farm.
it.
So on 420 magazine, they have a little instruction guide on how to make concentrated oils, and you can just kind of catch their other threads and.
It's just the way to
and
go
forums.
these days. It's so much cleaner. It gets you high quicker, and it doesn't stink up the room. It's just so nice.
Yes,
you got to be
it
a
gets
fat
you there.
stoner though to take a dab.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And,
You got to
you
have
know.
a tolerance for that. I guess so. Once you're at that point, or just start going if you've never, or go like grandma, just start smoking dabs all crazy and just fucking,
Hell yeah.
no way to learn to swim but to just jump in.
That is
Fuck.
that is definitely the gentleman on this podcast. Yes, definitely. Yes.
Well, Foo, is that going to do it?
That'll do.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
Smoke weed every day.
We're going to take a quick 36-second break, and we'll be right back.
Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
And the Foo here tagging along.
Be sure to catch us on Foobar Sports.
Listen in now on Tuesdays.
Catch us on any major podcast app or our own website, FoobarShow.com. You can also find us on our Facebook group, Foobar Sports.
Join in on the conversation, sports talk, latest rumors, and sports news.
Boobity doobity.
And we're back. Woo! Yeah. So let's get on with the music highlights, huh? Well, like we promised a little earlier today, we were going to highlight a few of Void Vator's most recent tracks that they've recorded off of their Dehumanized EP. The first one that we wanted to highlight today was Time Has Come. It's the first one on the EP.
That's right.
Yeah, we have a video for it as well. Yeah.
Sweet.
So that was the first thing that we released. Time has come. Check it out.
Yeah, man. So let's take a listen. We can talk a little bit more about it afterwards.
There's no time to hesitate.
Yeah. So, is there anything that we should know about this video that's out? Like how
it was our first video. What's most intriguing, I think, is that it's filmed by our drummer Herman's wife, Jana Lee Svardsdal of Sweden. She did all of our videos, and Herman helped a lot with the editing as well.
Oh, okay.
It's all pretty in-house.
This is all
over here,
in-house.
man,
That's dope.
That's fucking sweet.
And it's pro. Check it out online YouTube
Yes,
if you haven't
it's
gotten
a really
chance.
cool video.
Thanks.
And dude, lately, when I start my car and I get in, this is the song that it starts with because
That's so
it's just the first one on the EP, and I've been checking you guys out all week. It's like I said, it's great high octane rock and roll.
Yeah, it's a go-getter.
Yeah, dude. And this next one is No Return on that same Dehumanized EP. Anything we should know about this
Yeah,
one?
this is the first video to feature Sam on bass.
Right.
There you go.
Okay.
This was filmed in our rehearsal space that we got kicked out of.
But nothing.
In North Hollywood.
We got gentrified. We literally
okay.
people with more money
There's
moved
nothing
in next
there's-
door. They
there's
start
nothing
complaining
rock
about the
and roll
noise.
About it, there's nothing rock and roll about it.
Yeah.
It was just bullshit. But filmed there, and then also in fucking Gothenburg, Sweden, when Herman and his wife Jana Lee were out there. They got some cool ass shots out there. So.
And Santa Monica Pier. Yeah, you'll see some
Monica.
sites if you know these sites, but a lot of people do.
Okay.
The paper I'm burning is from my hometown. Yeah,
Oh,
there's all
dope.
sorts of cool shit in the
Nice.
video.
All right, well, let's listen to it.
I build the walls, then I can't get out myself. The more I try to escape, the more it holds me in. It's been too long. I'm in a place with no return. I need to find a way to break out of the world I've been away. Falling down into nowhere. Break out of the world I've been away. I stand alone in a dream with no return. Can't free myself. I am lost inside my head. It's been too long. I'm in a place with no return. I need to find a way to break out of the world I've been away. Falling down into nowhere. Break out of the world I've been away. Break down the wall. Break down the wall. Break out again. Break out again. Break out of the world I've been away. Now I'm in a place with no return. In a place with no return. In a place with no Break out of the world I've been away. Falling down into nowhere. Break out of the world I've been away. Break down the wall. Break down the wall. Break out again. Break out again. Break out of the world I've been away. I gotta get away. Break down the wall. Break down the wall. I gotta get away. Get away. Break down the wall. Break down the wall. I gotta get away. I gotta get away. Break down the wall. Break down the wall. I gotta get away. I gotta get away.
There it is. Yeah, man, that was No Return by Void Vator. That one's a heavy hitter as well. Can you tell us about that one?
That's a faster, thrashier song. When we talked about shooting the video, that was like the last video that we did in a rehearsal space. I mean, shit, like, I don't know if there's anything special. That's one of the few songs that doesn't have two solos. I get to play the solo in the middle.
It's a good blend of that. That riff's heavy, but that chorus. I have friends that like they just think it's funny to sing that shit, which is like it's good that chorus is in your head because that's all you want. You just want people.
I want to get away.
You know what I mean? Or like break down the walls. You know what I mean? That's
That was fun to do.
My homie Maddie, she sings that shit all the time. It's hilarious. She loves it, and that's the goal. You know
Yeah, you gotta have something catchy. You
That's
know,
the goal. I think it's a good blend of that. You know what I mean? Because that riff gets your head banging. And
Would you say it's one of your favorites to play live, or is there
it's
others
fun live.
that
It's fun.
that
We
you would
usually,
prefer
we
over?
usually
It's one of-
open with it.
Like, there hasn't been a show where we haven't played
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Not that I
It's a
can
good
remember. It's
Sounds like a
one of
cool
your
jam that
staples.
you just enjoy playing no matter what.
Yeah.
You know,
My
and just
favorites
dish
to
it
play
out.
live are on this new album, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm stoked about.
Oh, all right.
I don't like to open with No Return, though. I'm not warmed up yet. It's a little bit like, okay, here you go, bam, bam, which we've done
That's
that
right.
plenty
We
of
usually
times.
play it second. We don't open with it. We usually play it like second or something.
We have, and it's just like, all right, you better be on point, boy.
Well, last but not least, we got Until It's Gone off of that same Dehumanized EP. This one's another, they're all heavy hitters, dude. I'm not even going to lie. These are all great songs, so I'm excited to play this one. Let's check this one out.
Can't stop at the line. I'm flying.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dude, that is what's up.
Just get in the fucking zone in that thing.
That's our Sweet Child of Mine ending right there.
Yeah.
Oh, so tasty.
Yeah, dude.
fantastic.
You guys' stuff is just really fun. Is it appropriate to mosh in your shows?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It is,
Fuck yeah,
man.
it is.
It's not
Saying
thrash
that
metal, though.
ironically.
Do it. It ain't got to be a fucking Cannibal Corpse pit, but shove each other around, have some fucking fun, man. Go for it.
Yeah.
It has happened.
I'm gonna punch Josie in the face next show.
man.
What? No,
It's supposed to be a party.
man.
You're not supposed to.
I'm
There
just
is
gonna
no
sit around.
etiquette. That's what this.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's-
yeah.
Do whatever you want. You want to shove
Josie,
around,
let's
shove
go watch
around.
the show.
Just don't be a dick.
Right.
Oh.
Yes. That's the
all.
that's
Just
the
don't be a dick.
mantra of the show. Is
That
don't
is-
be a
You
dick.
can shove around and not be a dick. That's a thing. That's a thing.
As long
Have
as it's
some
only
fun.
to Josie, I'm only gonna be like that to you. That's fine.
Well, you hear that, everybody. Don't be a dick. It's really
Got him.
Is that the more we know?
That's it.
Got him. That's great.
Don't be a dick.
So, guys, I've been asked by a mutual friend. In fact, we'll give her a shout out. Her name's Jenna. She asked me
Jenna.
to. Yeah, Jenna.
Hey, Jenna.
Hey, how's it going?
Jenna K.
I was asked to ask you guys about your relationship with Devil Driver, the band.
Oh,
Tell us
Lucas
about that.
played with them.
Okay.
Lucas filled in with them 2016 for a show at Knotfest in Mexico City.
Jeez.
Lucas used to play in this band called Heaven Below that features a man named Patrick Kinnison. He plays guitar for Lita Ford also. Patrick's roommate is Mike, one of the guitar players from Devil Driver. And so that's how I think Mike had something going on. And so then
Well, they were
asked
recording
Lucas
with
to fill
Mike.
in.
Well, Mike had a wedding, and that's why he needed someone to sub. But like how he got to know Lucas was through Heaven Below as well. But he was also engineering some of their recordings, so he was like, he got to work with Lucas one-on-one. And he's like, dude, this guy is good.
I didn't realize he handpicked him.
Yeah, I know he handpicked him because he
I
knew
the
he
plot, but I
could
didn't
he
realize
could do
that's
it.
Right on.
Yeah, so he had a wedding, and then these things happen, you know. They're like, but we have Knotfest. He's like, yeah, but I'm just gonna say it's his brother. I don't know, but my brother has one wedding. Blah blah blah. But so these things happen, and Lucas learned their material and flew out and played Knotfest 2016.
shit,
Yeah, that's legit
Stud,
dope.
straight stud.
Yeah.
Lucas is a badass, dude.
That's fucking dope.
In Mexico City, no less.
City?
Yeah.
Awesome at the Estadio Azteca. At
big ass
Sounds
stadium?
right. That sounds
Oh,
right. Yeah.
That
Dang.
stadium is huge.
Yes.
It's equivalent to like Wembley.
Dude, he said he was like, this is the coolest shit I've ever done in my life.
Dude,
that's
the
the goal.
sound.
That's
in
the goal.
I heard the
That's
sound
goal,
in that
is to have shit
stadium
like that.
is insane. Like
Yeah.
the way it travels throughout that entire stadium,
That's
because
the goal, dude.
it's very much like domed in, right? Like
Yeah.
it just kind of surrounds you.
It's
nuts.
totally like there's you can still see from above.
Yeah.
There's no like shell on it, but yeah, the walls are like thick. Oh man, it's
A Coliseum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
straight
metal.
up.
Damn, that's
an
that's so
Aztec
awesome.
Coliseum,
Yeah,
if you will.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Dude, so Lucas is a badass. He gets to play with all
Yeah,
sorts
he's a
of cool
pro.
people.
Like he can do that stuff. Honestly, if Ozzy Osbourne needed a guitar player or something, they could give him a call. He's
Damn.
he's that level of awesomeness. Wow. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
a real
Lucas
life
vibes, dude.
example of it. And the show went great. And then what's funny about it is, so then what happened? It's like, well, so then I went back and he's Lucas and Void Vader. You know, it's not like, oh, so then. Then you won the lotto and you're going to become. It's like, yeah, and then life returned to normal.
That was fun.
Then we went back to my day job at Boy Vader. Still rocking it out.
Yeah, fucking A.
Dope.
Yeah, dude. So before we close out all of this, tell everybody where they can find you once again, and what we have to expect in the next few months.
Look us up online, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. It's all just Void Vader.
Void Vator, but VOID, the most important part.
Yeah, spell it right.
VATOR.
VATOR.
It's kind of like
TOR.
Gatorade. It's not Gatorade, it's Gatorade.
That's right.
True.
Right?
True.
That's right.
That is good. Good
Gatorade,
point.
nice, dude.
Wow.
That's the one to use. That's the one to use.
That's the distinction. But
We got a new EP coming out. Stranded's out, coming up here in March, later March. And then we have a tour, a Skeleton Crew tour that starts on March 21st and goes till April 23rd. We're gone for a month, and we'll be everywhere from Ohio and Boston to Memphis and Texas.
yeah, to the Northeast and back.
This is our first time at East Coast, New England. So
Oh,
if you're
awesome.
listening and you're out there, come out to the show, man.
Come out.
Bundle up,
That's
guys.
what
It's
it's
gonna
all
be
about.
cold as shit there.
It will be.
It's crazy because we were just on tour in fucking December and there was nothing. We were
Really?
just totally
We lucked out. It
and
wasn't
now,
that
of
bad at
course,
all.
We're like, oh, spring, let's do it again. And it's like, no, this is the time that's going to
Yeah,
be
this
fucked
is
out.
yeah. They don't even get a spring right here, like on the East Coast. It pretty much just goes like winter,
Fuck,
and then
dude.
you have summer.
It can. I know what you're saying.
I'm hoping for good shit because that's something we don't want to deal
Yeah.
with. Man.
You
But
just got to truck
everybody's
through
got
it.
to.
Yeah,
Everybody's
well,
got to. Only
right
the
on,
studs
That's
man.
have.
part of the experience.
I'm sure you guys are gonna have a great experience on the
It's
East
gonna be rad.
Coast. It's
We're
gonna be
stoked to be
badass.
there.
It's going to be great, man. Well, we really appreciate you guys coming through, dude.
Thanks for having
This
us,
has
man.
definitely
Hell yeah.
been a highlight for our podcast because
Yes.
we have many great talent on here, and the fact that talent to of your guys' caliber is also listening in and approaching us. Shit, I mean, you guys reach out to us. So
Gotta be heard everywhere, like we were saying,
we're a
man.
bunch of nobodies, man.
I mean, when
So are we? What are you talking about?
when Joe C
Everybody
came-
just help each other out. That's
Yeah,
all it's supposed to be.
Joe C came up to me. He's just like, or texted me. He's like, "Hey, man, check out these guys, Void Vator. They want to come out." I'm just like, "All right." I put on. I'm like, "Wait, hold on.
You wanna be on our
These guys
podcast?
want to be on our podcast? You sure?
Dude, no way.
I love it, man.
You're not,
Every-
you're
Actually, I
not
wanna take this
catfishing them,
table
right?
home.
Yeah, we're stoked to be here. You're giving us beer and bud. Dude. It's all good.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's how we do.
Yeah, dude. No, it's got to get heard everywhere. Literally everywhere. And so now we have 3 new friends that are going to listen to this shit and they're going to tell somebody, and that's the goal.
Absolutely.
And we're
There
going
it
to tell
is.
other
It's about
people, and that's
Spread
it,
the
man.
word. Share the wealth, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well,
We're
not all the
too-
wealth.
nobody's too better than somebody else.
Not
It's
at
like,
all.
come on,
Well, there's a
don't be
lot
like
of
that.
talent out here in this area as
No ti-
well.
no
That's what's
time for
so
that
great
ego, you
about
know?
the LA area.
Yeah, it's so huge. I mean, spread out.
But also like talent per capita per person is people are motivated out here. You guys are taking this seriously. The setup's great.
Yeah,
you
thank
put
you.
effort into getting a game plan and
dude.
take pride in it, and it shows. So that's thanks for doing that.
Oh yeah, no. You're welcome.
Well, that was really the goal in mind, to build a platform that would be of service to the local talent in the local area. Not even talent, just entrepreneurs, anybody who has anything coming out that would benefit your fellow man or would entertain your fellow man.
Yeah.
Is something that's worth talking about and hyping up to the rest of the community. Again, thank you guys for coming on. Void Vator, everybody. Vator. That's right, because it'll
Vatorade.
autocorrect to Vader like Darth
Like
Vader.
Darth
So
Vader.
don't let it fuck you up like that.
Remember,
But-
Google will help you out,
Vatorade
though.
food.
Google knows where we're at. Did you mean Void Vader? They'll help
That's
you
right.
out.
Yeah, Google's a dick like that, right? Like, did you mean? Like, you condescending prick.
Who the hell do you think you're talking to?
There you. Of course, I meant to put 3 extra J's in that word.
Right.
What do you think that means?
All right. Well, thank you all very much for listening into the Foo Bar Show. Thank you for downloading the pod on most major podcast apps, subscribing, and telling a friend like a champ. You can always reach us at Foo Bar Show. That's FTheBelowBarShow.com. And FTheBelowBar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line, and we'll fill it up like a couple of Foos. I've been Josie.
I've been Yosh.
And for Sam and Eric of Void Vator, along with Foo, tagging along, don't be a dick.